So why don't you watch that when this is over or when you get bored? Ooh, what the fuck? It says TV. That's not a TV. That's a phone screen. I'm really confused. Okay, let's go to my offers real quick and I'll show you what I'm selling. Now I'm starting to do a little guide on how to sell stuff because I feel like they have no fucking clue. Like, just like this example right here. I don't know what the hell that is. So, here we go. Here's some of my stuff. I'm gonna start with this. I'm selling my Q6600 system with the 8 gigs of RAM. Selling this. So what I do is I take a picture of everything, then of the board, then of the processor, then of the I/O, then of the other something. Like this is the memory, and I give Q6600 name off some features. The gigabyte board, name off some features. The RAM, give off some features. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. I'm asking 75, but I usually put $5 or $10 more than I would take. And that's, of course, I want these prices to be what I would accept when I look at them. So, like I'm thinking Q6600, that's $15. So, but even if we call this 70, so that's $15. So you want it, that's 55 left, and then the board, which I mean. This is a pretty good board. Like, it gives you some good features compared to other ones I've seen for like 40. Even if that was 40 and then 8 gigs of RAM for 15, I think that's pretty good. Again, like I've said before, it's all up to the buyer to decide value. I'm not here to talk about my stuff though, other than a couple things for my main system I'm selling. I think 260 is pretty reasonable. I would take 250 for that. But this is my i5 4670K. With my MSI Z87 Empower motherboard. I think that is reasonable, being very fast that it is, with a really good board. So I'm going to tell you what I paid, but that doesn't mean I think it's worth that much. I paid at least $200 for my processor and $200 for the motherboard. That was $400 I spent on these two things right here. And they are holding up pretty darn well. The reason why I'm not putting I need this money to build a new system, or I'm selling my stuff because my cat needs eye surgery, is for this, like, because no one cares. So I'm not putting any personal information or reasons why I'm selling stuff or a backstory because no one cares. I'm putting just the information that I find relevant to this. Lord Killer said. So I looked up computer. Actually, no, let's look up processor. Okay. Ooh, wow, actually that's, okay, $83.50 for asking $80. That's not so bad. I mean, then he shows the listing on here. Takes a really foggy picture of the screen right here showing 130, which is not incorrect. I'm gonna check out some of this guy's stuff as well, Matthew Danley. Asking 80, I'd say 80 isn't that bad for a 4 gigahertz 8-core processor, whatever. Okay, so here's some RAM for 35. Okay, I mean that's not horribly bad. I mean that's not the best deal I've ever seen, but yeah, sure. 45. Okay, 45 for this board right here. He's showing again the picture from Newegg. I mean, I guess. Okay, we'll sell the RAM and CPU motherboard for a great deal. So okay. So that'd be 45 plus that'd be 80 plus that, so 160. Could you do 140 for all three? And then that would be pretty good. Yeah, 140 for motherboard, RAM, and CPU. That's not bad. Okay, I'm not getting too much by looking at processor. Let's look at graphics card. $65. Why'd you just spam your posting? This does nothing. It just looks obnoxious, seeing 3 in a row. It definitely catches my eye, but I don't like when people do that. Okay, this was sold. What? GPU, graphics card, AMD, RX. What? Dude, that's a really bad picture. really low resolution picture, but 130 for a 480, holy shit. Here's a RX 470 for 130. That's still pretty good, even though this one was a 480. But then that was just reference. This one's MSI's Gaming X, so you can probably overclock it a little bit. Okay, hold the presses. What is this case? I've seen this before, but a yellow version. What is this case? What is this? Is that, oh, is that Alienware? Oh, it is. Shit. 130? Okay. I've gotta get my hands on one of these somehow. Gotta get my hands on one of these. Okay. Pentium R. Hyper threading. It might be a Pentium 4, actually. You might be thinking of. The R confused me. Does function, but has some faults. I was strongly recommend you getting your own hard drive because the 80 gig one, I'm including has a cracked copy of Windows 7 and is annoying habit of making sure you reset the date. Oh, I couldn't figure out how to get this power switch at the front of the case to work, so I rigged up another button to it. But okay, that's not horrible. I mean, LED fans in the case. Oh. Quadro, and probably a really old Quadro and a 550. Dang, asking 130. I mean, I don't know if there'd be a ton of value in this, but I really like that case, and I would probably still build in that today, honestly. Hey, I've had one of these before. Is that the Gigahertz edition? Yep. Yep, I've used one of these before. 40. I think I also paid about 35 for that, which is a pretty good deal for a 7770. This has to be a 900 series card, right? Oh, that's my graphics card. Okay. MSI 970 for official listed price, you know, but of course value has gone down to about 200. So 150 is pretty damn good, and I would also maybe buy this so I can have some SLI going on for pretty cheap. I know the VRAM isn't gonna stack up. I know it's only 3.5 gigs, but of really good usable memory. But whatever. There's a lot of graphics cards in this area in Los Angeles. Oh yeah, it's Los Angeles. What the fuck is this? Did your fan die? That is cute. I bet that's really loud. It's hot glued to shit. Fan is upgraded to get better gaming temperature. I don't know about an upgrade, but that is pretty cute. Jerry rigged to fuck. $90? I don't know about that. Houston, Texas by Alexander Baldovinos. Intel Core i3, which one is this? That is a 2120. I have that. Asking 60. Well, I'm asking 60 for that and a motherboard with the heatsink. It's an ITX board as well. Not that I'm pitching my own stuff right now, but there you go. So i5 3470. It's a Sandy or Ivy bridge, my bad. There you go. $75 for that. There's one for 65, one for 80, one for 65, 60. So you can get it for a little bit cheaper now. Ah! I like seeing these. I just gotta look up really old stuff one day. By Gisela. So we got an i7 950 with an X58 motherboard, Asus Sabertooth, and that's triple channel memory. I like seeing these. Too bad the picture's upside down. You know what's like really easy to do? And some of my pictures came out like this. But what you do is when you have a picture that is oriented the wrong way, that's flipped sideways. So if we want to fix that, you click this little thing down here if you got an iPhone, and you click on this thingy, and you click on this thingy, and click done. And there you go. Now it's oriented correctly, and you could do that with this as well. I like the motherboard. I like the processor. I like 16 gigs. Okay, I see it now. I like the RAM. So the RAM is about 70, I'd say, used for. I mean, so that's 70 off that price right there. He's asking, what if we make the price 280? You know, or 270 maybe if he's generous. So that would just be 200 for the motherboard and processor. And I feel like that's not too bad. The only problem is, like, that's a quad core with hyper-threading, but still, it's pretty old. Probably way too old for it to be, I don't know, usable. This processor I'm using right now is even worse than that. It's like 2.8 gigahertz quad core hyper-threading, my i7. Worse than that one. I'm getting by. It's fine. It's whatever. i5 2320 and a motherboard right here. Okay, with an H67M AE35 B3. Specifications. Okay. Well, after... Okay. Again, orientation. It's a price 100 for these two things. I mean, how much is the i5? 50 bucks about. So 50 bucks for the motherboard. So let's look up H67 motherboard. Okay, so they're about 70, 60, 70. So this isn't too bad of a deal. I mean, if you're looking for an old i5 like this, 3 gigahertz, then again this turbo. Let me see, i5 2320. I mean, up to 3.3 gigahertz, 6 megs of cache. You pair this with a with a good graphics card, maybe 8 gigs of RAM. Sure. Well, budget gaming PC probably. Here's a 1050 for 100. That's not bad. Ooh, plus it's the MSI one. Someone buy this right now. That's cute. I like seeing that. Nope. The price is firm. No. Ooh, that's pretty. That's the NZXT S340 Elite. I like that case. It's actually probably my favorite case. This has to be something good here. DK Tech. Okay, so for the last bit of the video, we're going to look up and build a budget computer through the stuff around here. So first look up processor. We've already done that, hopefully. Yep, okay. Let's find a good processor. That is incorrect, and I can tell just by looking at it. AMD, that's Intel. That's very Intel. This is the wrong picture, or the wrong... Why do people do this? That is the wrong description or the wrong picture, because that's obviously an Asus board. They got that much right. That's an Intel processor. And they're saying it's an AMD... They're saying it's a tough Sabertooth 99DFX with an 8320. In great condition, perfect for gaming. First of all, no, because gaming wants fewer faster cores than more slower cores, which is all the FX series is. Okay, what's this? 3770K motherboard, 8 gigs, Hyper 212 plus. You don't have to say never overclocked. I just assume it has been because it's a K SKU. 350, is that? That can't be too bad. Because I'd have to imagine the i7's at least 200 plus the motherboard, so 250, 280. What am I even doing with this spreadsheet? So here's a 3770K. I'll call that 220. Oh, what am I doing over here? Wait. Oh, wait. How much are classes? 80 lights have 35 words, what? And then what we have 50. There you go. If you're talking about 340, there you go. There's that. And then we need graphics card for this area. We're still in California. 760 for 75. That's not horrible. Aw, I really like the Lightning versions of these cards. I wish I could collect some of these. However, I'm not made of money, so I can't collect them. Okay, I choose this one, the 760 for 75. And is it asking? It is. Let's call it 70. Because people are generous, and we'll do that. Now we need some storage, so let's look up a hard drive. Here's the 500 gig for 25. That's not horrible. 1 terabyte for 30, actually. That's probably better. And then computer case. Oh, hey. Well, Okay, well here's the Intec 900 like I have. Plus it has this thingy in here for speakers. And it's got a power supply. That fits all we need left. So let's add that. 60. So we could call that Intec 900 and 750 watt. If we call them 30 each, $500. There's our, oh, that's not bad actually. 500 for a unlocked i7. With a good cooler. Okay, that wasn't actually too bad. So, hey, we're finished. We're done. We can forget about this forever. Let's forget this ever happened. And I'll see you guys next time. So, and oh, don't forget to go watch that video on Brick Wall. It was fun making, and I will go over eventually back down to, or back up to Kokomo. Get my directions mixed up, and we will record a lot more. So I'm gonna be doing that channel still. I like it. I like what I do there. I'd also be doing this. It's just really hard to do this stuff sometimes. But I'm off for a week, so I can try making videos. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to leaving you for another man. Goodbye.